Welcome to Season 3 of the Craft Beer Connoisseurs Podcast. I'm Chris. If you're new to the podcast, we're three friends and a producer who like to showcase craft breweries and their beers. Also, we like to end every episode with a short conversation on a variety of different topics. If you're not new to the podcast, well, you know what to expect. The three connoisseurs haven't changed, and the producers are always a wild card. Whether you're new or returning, please feel free to listen to all of our previous content. And remember, follow us on Instagram at Craft Beer Cons, send us a friend request on Untapped, or subscribe on YouTube at Craft Beer Connoisseurs. Also, drop a comment, like, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Now for today's episode. Welcome to the Craft Beer Connoisseurs. I'm Chris.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Brett. And along with us today is Producer Len.
Hello.
Hey,
Big round of applause for Len.
Yeah.
I'll give you a small one.
Little golf clap, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so in today's episode, we will be reviewing all my friends' beer, not my friends' friends. We don't want to review them.
No.
0.25 out of 5.
Or their beer.
Exactly. So all my friends' beer co. in Bloomfield, Ontario.
And as always, we're going to have two beers today. The first one is Candy, which is a Hazy IPA. And the second is Curiosity, which is a Double IPA.
Very good.
Cool. And then to finish the episode, we're going to talk about fast food restaurants because why not? All right, we are back. So all my friends, not like all of my friends, but all my friends beer co.
Joke's been done.
Yeah. All right. I just figured it would be like a recyclable joke throughout the whole episode,
Trust me, I tried doing that in previous episodes. It doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Brett's going to have to do one as well now.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to.
Yeah.
But the brewery is located at 8 Stanley Street in Bloomfield, Ontario, which is in the beautiful county, Prince Edward County. It was founded by Ryan Turcotte, Bill McMenemy, and Rob Snowden, who have all worked at breweries over the past 11 years.
Yes. So after a lot of talking and planning, because it probably makes sense to talk and plan about opening a brewery before you do so.
It helps.
The three decided to open the place together. A place where they can make the beers they want to drink without cutting any corners.
So
I think we're going to be in
like
for some high-quality products today because they did not cut any corners whatsoever.
That's nice. Maybe a couple round edges. So they're a small brewery with, the tap room, obviously, focusing on making the highest quality products that they can. So as this kind of goes back to what you were saying, Brett. So they're always tweaking their process and trying to improve flavor and quality. So with kind of each iteration, it seems like it's a brewery that gets better. Right?
Yeah.
At least the beers do. The brewery itself might look the exact same, but the beers hopefully get better and better.
Yeah, and so all my friends it's one of Ontario's probably newest breweries.
Yes.
So the exact opening date was May 19th of this year, 2022, which was the Thursday before Victoria Day long weekend. So they're only 5-6 months old?
5.
They're fresh.
Yeah, very fresh.
Hopefully the beers are fresh too.
Hopefully.
I think
right?
they will be. I definitely think they will.
I have not looked at that. We'll maybe take a look at the canning dates when we get the beers in hand.
Yeah.
This is true.
Well, it won't be before May.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Accurate.
Could you imagine? It's like a pre-release.
Yeah. This was from the homebrew stage of all my friends. That would be funny.
Well, I mean, it's good to see it from the ground up, right?
Yeah. So, because they're so new, honestly, there's really not too much information that we have about the brewery. And also, none of us have been there because it's brand new and none of us went to Prince Edward County this summer.
We've gotten a lot of beers from Prince Edward County, though.
Yeah, we've done a lot lately. Like we did Slake, and
Prince
then
Eddie's.
Prince Eddie's to finish up season 2. So yeah, we're really hitting them. I mean, what was there, 10 or 12 breweries in Prince Edward County?
Oh my goodness, Producer Len would know more because he actually went once. He'll get us in there.
Yeah,
put him to good use. But we have actually almost had one of their collaborations. I shouldn't say almost. We did. Jesus, of course we did.
We almost drank.
We almost drank.
We almost had beer from them.
No thanks.
So if you remember back to the Paris Drinks Fest that we were at,
Yes.
Remember the people that were to the left of us?
Yes.
Town
was to the
Town
left.
was to
They had a collaboration.
We actually made a comment about them being left to us.
Yeah.
Yes, they had a collaboration with all my friends that we had.
Yes.
They did.
We us three gave it a 4.25. The producer at the time, 4.5. I think producer Chad?
It was producer
Chad, yeah.
yes.
I mean, how could we forget Chad at Paris that day?
Oh, yeah.
And if you guys remember, I believe we also drank that with Spencer, our guest.
Yes.
Yeah.
We totally did.
You want to know
And
something, Chris?
Yeah.
I'm surprised you remembered that.
Yeah.
That was early in the day.
So it's nice to have a beer with a friend.
And it was called Besties.
Besties.
Oh,
It was.
yes. I bet you they're besties. Town and all my friends.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think all my friends is besties with everybody in the craft beer industry, maybe.
Yeah.
But so
Yes.
other than that, we've all had 0 beers from all my friends.
Yes. That is changing today.
It's true. So
We're gonna have 2.
I've heard very, very good things about all my friends.
well, there you
Yes.
go.
Yes.
So on tap they have 13 beers,
Yes.
and their overall average is 4.03.
So it seems like a lot of people are into the beers as well and liking them. That is for sure.
And that's about 2,000 check-ins with within that 6 months.
Yeah.
So pretty good.
Not bad.
I think a lot of people are venturing out there and tasting what's good.
Yeah, and I know they're not in like the LCBO or anything, but you see them commonly at bottle shops. Like
Yes.
they're definitely available via that method. So if you're not in Prince Edward County, that's a great way to get it.
Absolutely. Now, if you were to make your way to the tap room, I like maybe some chips and some salsa.
Yeah.
The odd time
yeah.
with my beer, and they have that there, which is good.
They do, available by Bermuda PEC. Yeah. It's always nice to have some good food, at least some snack on, right?
Oh, totally.
Everybody likes a good snack, if you will.
Especially, like some salty chips to go with your beers.
Flush
Because
it all down.
the reason why they give that to you, for free or provide salty stuff is so you'll drink more.
Yeah.
Right?
If it works, it works.
And you can hang out with all your friends longer
I'm not
because you're
re-
drinking more.
I'm not really upset about it.
No.
So yeah, actually, if you need some more information on what kind of current beers they have on tap and to go, because it's good to drink them there, and it's also
Yeah.
good to drink them when you're not there. You can find that information all available on their website. So
Yes.
it's all on there.
Yep.
There's no need for us to kind of rip around and see what it's doing. And yeah.
Yeah. And they just came out with a couple new ones. So Lush is a hazy pale ale with Vic Secret and Galaxy. And then Pillows,
Ooh,
right?
Pillows,
Lactose
is that
IPA,
right?
yes. Okay.
awesome.
Love the naming of everything. In terms of shipping, it's $15 flat rate Ontario-wide, and there's free local delivery as well.
Nice.
Yes,
There you
there it is.
go. Hours?
Oh, yes.
You want me to do the hours?
Yeah, you know what? You tell them when you can go there.
I'll do the hours. So what you want to do is show up between Wednesday to Friday, anywhere between 12 and 7, and Saturday and Sundays, 11 to 6. I'm a little surprised, they're not open a little bit later on the Saturdays and Sundays.
Or the Friday.
Yeah.
Or the Friday.
Yeah.
I'll give them the
Give them the
Friday.
Friday, yeah.
They're open later on the Friday than they are the Saturday and Sunday.
Right, but even 7, like that's relatively early.
Yeah.
To be
I think
closing.
the point of it, though, is if you show up on Monday and Tuesday, they're not going to be open.
Right. So don't do that.
Touche.
Well, as always, with every brewery that we review, we're going to link to their information so everyone can take a look at it.
Absolutely. And, it's about that time of the day where our friends can have an all my friends beer, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. So.
Yeah.
Are you
Let's
saying-
go do that.
You saying we can have a beer now?
Yeah,
It is that time. All right, so a big thank you to our new friend, Bill.
Oh,
Yes.
Bill.
I like making new friends.
Yes, it's so fun.
And Bill's good.
Bill's. Hey, we like Bill.
Bill was great because, Bill's from all my friends, of course. And
We're just thinking of random Bill.
yeah, the reason he's great is because he sent us the beers for today's episode. So
Absolutely.
big thank you, Bill.
Another round of
another.
applause. Wow, that's
Wow.
2 in an episode for everybody. who's-
Wait till we get 3.
Wow. So, as we mentioned, the first beer we're going to have today is Candy, which is a hazy IPA. Comes in at 6.7% ABV. And like so many beers, there are no IBUs listed.
Yeah, I want candy.
I want candy.
There it is.
Dun, 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 dun.
With a candy-like sweetness, this New England-style IPA boasts heavy citrus and sweet fruit flavors. So they say.
Yes.
I always make that
Yeah,
caveat.
so they say.
Right. We will be
They-
the judge of that.
They can say it, but we need to taste it.
And it is generously, pardon me.
Yeah.
Very
Oh,
generously.
very generous.
Dry hop with Mosaic and Idaho 7, which creates notes of guava, tangerine, orange peels. with just
Orange pith. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Orange pith.
With just a hint of blueberry, delivered with a creamy, smooth and resinous. I don't even know. That's a big word for me.
Yeah.
That you got it. You nailed it.
Same with peel and pith. Now, I must say that this is one of the most beautifully written descriptions. So it's nice.
Yeah, it's definitely nice.
It paints a picture.
They have very nice descriptive wording to use for their beers.
Sure. Love it. Chris, please tell us where people can follow us.
Yes, so as always, on Untapped, you can follow us at Craft Beer Connoisseurs and, of course, our Instagram at Craft Beer Cons. So this beer, Candy, has 132 check-ins with an average rating of 4.10 out of 5. So one of those good rated beers.
One of them good goods.
Yeah. So the can, which we are drinking it out of, has a 88 check-ins with a 4.15, so even better than the overall. And all that with only 1.5 given.
Yes.
So
Just a point of clarification. You said the can in which we were drinking out of, we will not be drinking out of.
well, totally fair, but the beer is
The beer is
currently
coming out of the
in
can. Yes.
That's the vessel of it. Producer over here getting like super flexed. I don't know if anybody saw that. Like reworking his shirt.
He's actually doing like
yeah.
a Richard Simmons workout right in front of us right now.
What's
Oh,
going
Len.
on?
Oh,
what's,
man.
What's going on? All right. Okay, let's grab that can that we just talked about and grab that glass in which I did the point of clarification on. And let's open her up. Oh, very nice.
There it is. So, of course, we mentioned this is an IPA, so we are drinking this out of an IPA glass today, so make sure to use your proper glassware.
I will. I absolutely will.
I believe you're using a proper glassware because it was provided to you.
It was by Chris.
Yes.
There's a little bit of a
suppl-
stickler for the glassware.
Yes.
supplied the glassware to everybody.
Perfect. Yeah, so let's kind of take a look at it. Very hazy.
Yes.
Very hazy.
This is extremely hazy.
Yeah, it's a nice color to it, though, even though it is hazy, right? So we kind of get like a kind of a lighter yellow IPA color that I would normally say, right? Like there's not like a orange really hue to it. Brett, what do you see?
It looks like orange juice almost with that haziness, right?
I was thinking that, yeah.
It also looks like candy.
What kind of candy? Almost, you know what? It kind of actually looks like pineapple juice.
Yeah,
Maybe the
yeah,
best way I could
pineapple,
probably
yeah.
put it.
Maybe it's called candy because I do see some sediment floating around in the bottom of my glass here. So maybe that's that little candy for you.
Oh, the smell on that is delicious.
Yeah, on the nose, I'm
On
getting
the
a
nose,
very
let me tell
juicy
you.
punch.
My goodness.
I think this is going to be a juice bomb. It does smell like orange juice as well.
This is going to be a bomb for sure.
For sure.
I'm thinking. Not a bomb like in a bad way, in a very, very good way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like a good bomb.
Yeah, a good bomb.
Oh, I'm
Not a
excited.
bad bomb, a good bomb.
I'm excited
For sure. So with that being said, I mean, I'm going to see that there's going to be some lacing on this already, which is going to be very beautiful in this glass.
Definitely.
Not really a whole lot of head on this one. Now, producer has poured some in a little bit more vigorous style, and we do see some head retention there. So
It's, you know what? Teach their own.
to each their own.
Well, I think, might as well cut to the chase here, friends.
Tickle my taste buds.
Let's take a sip.
All right.
Okay.
So we'll see. Very
All
good.
right,
Very
let's
good.
take a-
Okay.
Take an old
Nice.
gander. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, he, producer has finished his workout.
Yes. Good job. Showing us his
Finally,
showing his
Len.
activity score that he got on.
Pretty
his
sure he
Apple
hit
Watch.
all the rings on his Apple Watch.
Done. Good job. bud.
Speaking of hitting all the rings, this beer, very, very good. I'm going to start with that and let you roll from that.
Yeah, it is good. It's not like as juicy maybe as I thought it would be. I think that orange pith is coming through.
Yes.
Yeah.
The pith.
And then again, we didn't get the IBUs listed on this one, but definitely some bitterness to it.
Creamy smooth for sure.
Yep.
100% creamy smooth. I am getting the guava. I don't know if you guys are picking up on the guava.
A little bit.
A little bit of the tangerine. I can see.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of the tangerine, actually.
Definitely mostly tangerine. See, I don't really know what guava tastes like. I don't eat guava, so that's
We've
a hard
had
one.
several guava beers. You should be on this now.
I know, but
Do better.
I'm gonna
do better,
go to
be
the
better.
grocery store and buy a guava, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yes.
eat it. Yeah.
You should.
Absolutely. There's a little fly just bee buzzing around, Chris and I. Just keep swatting it down.
Yeah.
The-
Eventually, you're going to hit your microphone. It's just going to go
I'm worried
all
about
to
it.
crap.
This fly wants into this beer.
Yeah, it's almost like a fruit fly, and I can see
Yeah.
it's thinking it's going
There
to
you
make a
go.
home.
Fruit fly likes candy.
There you go.
Good stuff.
It is delicious. It's very refreshing. I find it. The creaminess too is nice. Not like a creamy kind of like mouth feel that is almost too much. So it does have a decent finish on it.
Yeah, definitely. Brett, Did you want to talk about this fancy can here?
Very fancy can, absolutely. So, little white background with black dots, almost like if people out there listen, Kate Spade-esque.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
Wow, good for you.
Yes.
You've been looking in your wife's closet.
Sure. Anyway, maybe been looking for some candy.
Oh, a piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Anyway, so it is a mouth with a tongue sticking out, and you know, like if you ate like a airhead,
Yes.
you know, where you take your a blue airhead, you eat it, and all of a sudden you stick your tongue out, and you're all blue.
Right, on your tongue. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like this, except the blue is just a nice sunny day sky. A little cloudy.
A couple clouds.
And it's holographic too,
Yes.
which is super cool.
And the art was done by Tyler Spangler.
Oh, so close. I thought
Right?
I had it. I thought I was the artist.
So
I was going to say, I was like, hold on, what?
Don't want to brag. Not my work.
Tyler's been moonlighting as an artist?
Yeah.
in this tough economical times, everything needs a second gig.
A side hustle, if you will.
Anyway, you could. Top 5 flavor profiles. Let's just keep this train rolling. You guys keep on sipping. Top 5 flavor profiles. Number 1, juicy.
Definitely in the top 5, but not number 1 for me.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Concur. Number 2, hazy.
I also agree with that.
Yeah.
In the top 5, but not number 2.
Yeah, and it's definitely hazy, like we mentioned. Like you definitely cannot see through it. It's a nice hazy beer.
There we go. I was waiting for the producer to actually chime in here, start writing some things down.
He had to wipe his face off because his workout.
Yeah, get the sweat right
Come down.
Number 3, orange.
Yeah, like I would put that as number 1 for myself. I don't know if tangerine is a flavor profile on
I
that.
believe it is.
It probably would be. So maybe you
That would
go
be my number
tangerine
1, yeah.
instead of orange.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, I would go with that a little bit higher too, and Len's saying the exact same thing. As orange would be number 2. Number 4, apricot.
See, I don't eat apricots. I don't go to the grocery store and eat apricots or buy apricots.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a whole
see,
thing.
I don't feel like I'm getting any apricot on it.
Yeah,
So I'll say I'm not getting any apricot because
Len says number 1.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't lie to you.
Len must love his apricots, and
I think he does.
he's got that flavor kind of
Yeah,
on
I
his
see.
mind.
I don't see guava in this at all. And,
No.
I would have put guava on the top 5. And speaking about the top 5, I'll round it out with the 5th one, which is sweet.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It does got a little bit of sweetness to it, actually.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking back at the description. They said that there may be just a hint of blueberry. Is anyone getting that blueberry? Because
Let me take
I'm
another.
not.
Let me take another swig here, and I'll give you a
No,
I don't think
Len's
so.
giving a no head shake.
But I am getting the guava. And I mean, it's unfortunate that you can't pick up on that, Chris, because I feel like if you had it, you'd be like, okay, I am getting that.
Right. So I probably am tasting it, but again, I'm not really able to associate that with, hey, that's guava, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a softness to it,
Okay.
which is nice.
Yeah.
What
I
about
think it
the-
lends itself. Sorry.
I was going to say, okay.
Yeah, it just lends itself to kind of like that creaminess as well. I feel like that, like a guava and the creamy aspect really kind of go well together.
Lends itself. I see what you're doing. Oh, right. Can't bring me anywhere. Anyway, speaking of people's thoughts, we should probably give a couple.
Yeah.
So, Chris, would you like to start with the first review?
Yeah. So the first one comes from Steven. Champion's Prerogative is Steven's handle. On October 7th said, another excellent IPA from all my friends. There's a nice dense body here for a standard IPA, nice hop character in the middle, and dank spicy profile on the finish. And Steven gave it a 4.1 out of 5. He's got
yes.
that supporter badge. Yeah.
We're getting there. We'll get there.
We'll get there one day.
Exactly.
It's not that hard. You just pay for it, but
Yes. We'll get there one day.
Yeah, just reach out and DM us, and we would like to take a donation for it.
always open for
There you go.
donation.
I've got the next one. So Gordon S. The handle is Gord Spear or Gord's Pear. On October 1st said, subtle, sweet, and tasty. Hints of orange and apricot blended with hops. Rated it a 4.6. We see it again.
Yeah, another supporter.
4.6 out of 5.
Wow, very good.
Okay.
Well, what do you think, Tyler?
I think a lot of things.
Yeah, what do you think about this beer?
I was going to say
This
specifically
beer.
about this beer, yes.
Yeah, it's going down nicely. I'm hovering. I'm going to go with a 4. I'm going with a 4.
Would you give it a 4.1 if you had the...
I'm going to give it a 4.
All right.
Yeah, I'm also going to give it a 4. I might, if I was a supporter, I would probably more be at like a 3.9. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and go with a 4.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
I'm also going to go with a 4. And producer Len over here really just like, hey, get my rating in there.
Yeah.
He gives it a 3.75.
Nice. So that's going to give us an overall team score higher than Len of 3.93. So we'll just roll that right into a 4.
Absolutely.
Which is, again, kind of
On par with.
Because what Chris was saying
Yeah.
is a 3.9. So
There you go.
We'll
If we had the Sporter account, we would be right at 3.9.
Yeah, 3.9,
There it is.
3.75. I think the rest of the numbers started coming in.
Yeah.
It started looking like a lottery over here.
All right. Well, we are going to now move on to beer number 2.
All right, and we are back with the second beer. Now, you guys might be curious about this beer.
I'm pretty curious, and so are our friends, probably.
You know what? Can you let me know what it is? Because I'm actually still really curious about this one.
Yeah, so the second beer is called Curiosity.
Oh.
Amazing.
Now, something that might be less curious is the ABV on this puppy.
Okay.
It's 8.2% and no IBUs listed.
This is a big boy.
She's going to be a heavy hitter.
It is. It is. So this beer has been massively dry hopped with Citra and Amarillo Cairo. Or cryo. Sorry.
It's imported from Cairo.
So this
They take that in chiropractic school. It's just steel.
is that right?
That's how you say it, yeah.
Yeah. So this Imperial IPA wastes no time in delivering wave after
Wave after wave.
of mango and citrusy goodness with notes of melon and apricot coasting on a velvety, soft mouthfeel.
I hope to taste the apricot in this one then.
Yeah, totally.
You know, it's one of those things, you got to give them credit where credit's due, is that their descriptions of their beers, you love to see
Fabulous.
it. You love to see it.
Yeah, it's cryo.
All right. So this beer is unparalleled in its smoothness, making you question what ABV your eyes are telling you with every sip. And it's dangerously drinkable. Well, right now, the ABV says that it... No, I'm kidding. On Untappd, there are 92 check-ins with an average rating of 4.20 out of 5. 71 check-ins have been in the can at 4.28. And again, as similar to the first one, only 1 5 out of 5.
Interesting.
Well, there
So
you
we're
go.
in between that, that 4 and 5 range. So let's see, we're going to be hitting that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's grab the can. Let's grab that glass. And, excuse me, let's open her up.
Oh, that was like synchronized on that one.
Yeah, we've actually been training for the synchronized can opening contest.
Yeah.
We're going probably international.
I was
Maybe
going to say, you guys haven't entered?
we might actually go to Cairo for it.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
it might
was
be top of
not
mind.
aware of that.
It's called Egypt.
Yes.
It's a big flight.
That's right. Brett coming in with geography.
Oh, yes. I can give you a good geography lesson one of these days.
Okay.
Ooh, all right, there we go. So I'm just pouring here. Sorry.
Yeah. So we are pouring this into our IPA glass again because we're having another IPA.
Yeah. We did rinse them out, though.
We did.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we're nice like that.
So
it.
definitely make sure to rinse and use your proper glassware.
And you know what? Guys at home, girls at home, make sure you get your producer to rinse out your glassware.
Yeah, they're here for a reason.
Yeah, right?
Use and do not abuse. So taking a look at this one here, we're looking at if we kind of compare with the first beer, this one's a little bit more of that orangey hue than the last one. Fairly similar. I'm just saying, like, we're on the same spectrum, right? So,
Relatively similar look.
Yeah, absolutely.
Similar in the sense that it's.
Are you okay?
yeah, I just banged the table. I apologize.
There's a table there.
My bad.
It's equally as hazy, I would say. But yeah, just kind of a bit of a different color. A little bit more head, maybe, on this one.
That is, I just put the scent on it. Dank juice bomb.
Just put the scent on her.
And I feel like the apricot is coming through on the nose.
More so.
Yeah.
Yes,
absolutely.
for sure.
Yep. So hopefully we can kind of taste that. Now, maybe we should just taste it.
Yeah.
You wanna do that?
What a very, very good idea.
I think so.
So everybody at home who hasn't seen the can is probably curious. Brett, why don't you talk about that while Chris and I drink? Cheers, brother.
Damn. So the can is a lot of flowers with I'm going to say a young male between the age of, 6 and 8, looking out being like,
6 and 8.
That's
what's going on?
That's like a 4-year-old.
What's going on? I'm very curious about life, right? Because kids at a young age are very curious about things. That's all I have. And I'm very curious about tasting this beer, so I'm going to do it now.
Oh, we already
So
have.
I know.
So this beer is it's good. Again, it's got that juiciness. It's got the juice. It's got the juice.
It does.
It does have that apricot.
Yes.
It's very pleasant. Very pleasant.
The apricot is definitely the dominant flavor that I'm getting. And yes, definitely a dank juice bomb, as you said, Brett.
Yes. Again, I don't taste the, or I shouldn't say don't taste the apricot. I don't really know what an apricot tastes like.
Sure.
But I'm going to go with you guys and probably say,
Are you picking up a lot of the melon?
yes, I'm getting melon on this.
Okay.
Yes, I kind of forgot.
Is there any
about
kind of
the melon, but
specific
I am.
melon
kinda
that you
forgot
guys,
was in this beer.
guys are tasting here?
I'd say honeydew.
Honeydew? I would
Honeydew.
go honeydew as well.
Yeah.
I
Anything-
would honeydew do agree with you.
Honey, I do.
Oh,
That must be a friend's thing.
it is. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah, you know what?
you have to have
I'm
friends.
very curious about what you guys do.
There you go. Velvety soft mouthfeel was also described as. I'm getting that.
Oh yeah, this
It
is a very good on the mouthfeel for sure.
Now, we talked about it a little bit, right? It might be a little deceiving on the eyes when you actually saw that 8.2. Where do you guys stand on that?
I mean, I get what they're saying. Like it doesn't come off as 8.2. I mean, you can definitely tell that, it's an IPA with a higher ABV,
Yeah.
but I would say like it probably comes off more as similar to the first one, to Candy.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
just looked back at our notes on that one. It's 6.7, right? So there's
Right.
not a huge jump, but I mean 1.5 is
math
maybe,
again.
is maybe significant.
It
right?
does
Yes.
make a difference, totally.
But I agree. I'm feeling like this is kind of in that 6-ish range.
They
On the field, yeah.
call
Yeah.
this beer a dangerous beer. Because again, dangerous. Because you're not, again, as I say, you're not really feeling the ABV. But after about 3 of these, you're going to feel it all right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if I would want to have 3 of them, right? To be
I
completely
agree.
honest with you,
I
think
probably wouldn't drink more
2.
than 1 or 2.
Yeah, I would probably have 2 and like keep
And then
that
move
casual,
on to
right?
other All My Friends beers.
Right.
Yeah, or just stop there and just keep it as a casual. And I feel like this is a nice. This would be a good day beer. You know what I mean? Like a nice day beer where you're just hanging out, you're in the sun, it's refreshing, and then you kind of coast into like dinner time.
Yeah.
You have one or 2 of them, and then you're good to go.
Maybe like a wood-fired pizza.
Oh,
Now you're speaking my language.
don't tempt me.
I just did.
Bro, why don't you get us started with the 5 flavor profiles?
Absolutely. So number 1, tropical.
Interesting. So I'm not. It is, I guess, but like it's not the first thing that comes to mind. Like I've had IPAs that feel much more tropical than this.
Okay.
Right, and I kind of agree with that. It's like you get tropical or you get citrusy, right? Like they kind of
Right.
are, it's very similar. Very similar.
Number 2, hoppy.
I'm not getting a whole lot of the. I mean, the flavor is going to be coming from the hops, but it's not like an unbearable like hop flavor, if you will.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. Like the apricot flavor that we're getting mostly that we talked about, like that's coming from the hops that they're
That's
using.
not going to be
right?
puree.
Yeah,
absolutely.
exactly.
Like, and it's good, but it's not like a hoppy bitterness kind of aspect.
No.
Okay. Do we think that this beer is juicy? 'Cause that's number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say
Maybe
so.
number 1 for me. Number 4.
It is
sorry.
juicy.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Number 4, the old dank.
Dank.
I think you made a comment about dankness. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did. So it was going to be dank juice bomb, and that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
There you go.
It
That'd
is.
be number 2 for me.
Yeah, and that's why I bring it up,
Yeah.
right? is you
And
mentioned it, so
number
it obviously stood
5,
out.
soft.
Let's got some question marks here, but I take this as a soft beer, and the reason why I do is because that goes back to that velvetyness
Right.
of the mouthfeel, right? So it goes down nice. It's light. It's got some creaminess to it. So I
Well-
think it's that kind of like pillowy soft landing.
And the mouthfeel that they describe is, they call it velvety soft mouthfeel. So maybe people are stealing from the description as well when they're, picking their flavor profiles.
Right.
So a couple notes from producer Len over here. No apricot
No,
in
there's
terms
not.
of the top 5 flavor profiles.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of again a rip off from the tropical, right?
Yeah.
Like, it should have been
Should have been the
apricot,
or
should have
even
been-
from the hoppy, right? Like instead of putting
Sure.
hoppy,
Yeah, that's a good
pull,
point, too.
pull out the actual flavors.
And
that
he's
you're
also
getting.
thinking the bitterness as well would slide into his top 5. Do you think this beer has that bitterness to it, the tail end?
Yeah, a little bit. I would say it it tastes less bitter than candy, like the first one. But yeah, there's definitely a bit of bitterness in it.
Yes, and Producer Len saying for the higher alcohol content, pretty crushable.
Yeah.
Which I definitely agree with.
And Len can crush them. I'll tell you what.
Oh, yes. Can he ever?
Slam him down. All right, let's move on to some thoughts from the Untapped community. Brett, you got the first one there.
Yes, this one's from Al M, and his handle is Ali McLean.
Al McLean.
Al McLean. Yeah, my eyes. What can I say? On October 19th, said, "I don't even care if it killed a cat."
Oh.
Well, that's
Rude.
You know, I'm not a cat person, so it's okay. And the rating would be 3.7 out of 5.
Another
one.
I think
You like that, eh?
Yeah, I like that.
They must be all friends up there, just forking out the old.
Yeah, just subscribers all over the place at All My Friends.
If they want, again, you can slide into our DMs, and we would like to be your friend.
What is it, $9.99 per month or per year? Is it month or year?
I believe it is $4.99
per year.
But we'll
or
take
per month?
$9.99.
No, not per year.
Yeah, monthly.
If it was per year, we'd already be on
We'd
that.
be on that.
You don't think we can fork out an extra $5 a year?
I don't know. Money's tight around
Yeah.
here.
Money is tight.
Have you not seen it? You have another side gig with the art.
Yeah. That's why I got to do it, boys. All right.
Well, Tyler, what about the next one?
All right. Wow, I get 2 this episode. All right. So Adam C. handle is ADMCBX. On October 10th, said, total banger. Everything I've tried from these guys is 3 fire emojis. I love that.
Total banger.
Adam loves his emojis.
Yeah. But yet did not have the time to go ahead and rate it.
Yeah. Loves his emojis, not so much.
I feel
loving
as though if
the
he
rating.
says the beer is a total banger and gives 3 fire emojis, it's not a 1.
So I'm going to give
I
a
would
rating
agree.
for Adam. Adam C is going to be giving it a 4.3. And we're going to just consider them
We're going to assume Adam
another
is
supporter.
a supporter.
but
Okay.
doesn't use the whole app, but pays for it, but
pays for
doesn't
it,
use it
doesn't
all.
Yeah. What a shame.
And speaking of paying for things but not using them, Chris, what's your overall rating?
I'm not sure what that means,
Yeah,
but
that was the worst transition I've ever heard on this podcast.
I'm going to say this one I like better than the first one, Candy. So I am going to go with a 4.25 out of 5.
Very curious here. I'm going to give this a 4.5.
Wow, I thought we might be
No, I haven't had that for a while. But I am waiting for one. And let me tell you, when we get one of those, the celebration is going to be lovely.
It's gonna be
we're going to wait
awesome.
for you to like whip out one of those little confetti things that you just like turn and then.
Yeah.
And then you pop
Everything's
it
just
open.
going to explode. You're right.
Oh, yeah. So for myself, I'm going to be giving it a 4.
Okay.
Very similar to the first one. I like it. It's very good. And Producer Len is going to give it a 4.25. So that's going to give us overall score of what, Chris?
Well,
Very simple math.
pretty simple for Len here. It's going to give us 4.25 overall.
There you go.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Awesome. And a big thank you to all my friends for sending us beers for today's episode. And that concludes the review
All
of
right.
those beers.
Yeah, so coming up, we're going to be talking about our fast food foodies, fantastic food.
All right, we're back.
We're
and
here.
We're going to talk about fast food. And people might say, like, why?
Yeah, why would we do that?
So,
Yeah.
sometimes, when you get together with all of your friends, you might be having a few beers, something like that. You might say, I'm enjoying these beers, but I'd like to get some food with you guys.
So let's go to a 5-star dining Michelin, 3-star Michelin.
Let's all go to the keg and get $50 steaks.
Yeah, or not.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Or let's go get some, burgers at X,
Company.
fast food
So
restaurant.
let's break that apart a little bit. How about?
Yeah. So you know what? Also, you might do though. Well, maybe start early in the day, like maybe the next day.
Little AM,
little, podcasting a little too late, staying over at Tyler's place. We need to grab some breakfast.
Yeah, I'm not supplying it.
Oh, that's
Brett
true.
and I still have what did you say? How many days or weeks before we have to do our cooking class?
I got like another 8 weeks.
Yeah, you're running out of time,
She's
guys.
getting tight.
Yeah.
It's to the point where I might just teach you how to flip an egg and it'll be okay.
Dude, I'm a good cook. I'm a good cook. Like I actually am. I just don't want to.
I am the best finger cooker imaginable.
Yeah.
By that, I mean I phone somebody, and then all of a sudden, food comes. It's amazing.
We remember
They have apps for that
yeah.
now, too.
Yeah.
So you want to start in the morning, maybe?
Yeah,
Work our way through
let's
it?
start with breakfast. So, like, personally, I'm
Breakfast beer.
thinking, like,
No.
oh, yeah, well,
Gordon Ramsay.
sure, yeah.
Yeah, as you should.
I'm thinking, like, what's it called? A McGriddle at
Oh,
McDonald's.
old school.
Like,
wow.
with the, I love the syrup in the bun. Like, it's a pancake bun with the syrup in it.
So I think that you should probably have a point here for disclosure for the listeners.
Okay, yeah, and that is basically, I'm not a big fast food person. Like,
But why not?
It's not good for you.
It's good.
Wow.
It's good in
Must
moderation.
be nice to be great in life.
You know what? You over there enjoy your lettuce and
Yeah.
stuff.
This
I
is a
hope you
temple.
Listen, I hope you enjoy your remaining years. Okay.
I will.
Is there another
He gets
Peloton shirt that you're going to get for all
Yeah.
the working out that you do?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
200
Yeah.
workouts completed.
200 workouts, but 0 fast food meals.
You and Len out here just working out together. Sweat
I know.
and sweat.
There you
so
go.
you're a McGriddle guy.
That would be where I'm starting. Yeah.
All right. We might as well work down the natural line here.
Absolutely.
Brett, you can take care of Len a little bit.
Yep. Always do.
There you go. So for myself, I'm going to actually stick with McDonald's because
Okay.
my go-to has been just like, a very basic bacon and egg McMuffin. They did come out with something recently, which was that chicken McMuffin.
Oh, that chicken thing, my Bob.
And it was
that
good.
was, that was a good thing.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that stuff.
Actually, honestly, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name of it. But it is delightful.
it's like a chicken egg McChicken.
Yeah, it's like
an
a
egg McChicken.
McChicken combined with like an egg McMuffin, right?
If you don't know what it is, then you're messing up. That's
Yeah.
not on me.
I
don't know.
believe it is
That's a you problem.
it's a
I don't-
spicy
yeah, it's a
piece.
YP.
It's a spicy piece of chicken with some cheese on top, in an English muffin.
Yeah, freaking absolutely.
I mean,
If
that's-
anybody knows the name of
does
that,
sound
please let us know.
I used to slam like 3 of those on the way to like a ball tournament.
The funny
Oh.
thing is, it's gonna be like the simplest name.
Oh yeah, honestly, it's like
Well,
probably
it's mixed something.
Yeah, for sure.
Mick egg chicken. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go.
What came first? Both at the same time.
I'm going to go new school in this, and it just actually dropped this year because Wendy's finally decided to do a breakfast.
They ventured into the breakfast.
And if you
game.
have not had a breakfast baconator,
I have not.
you are
have
missing
not either.
out. Let me tell you right now, go get it.
So what is it?
Okay, so everybody's had a baconator, right?
oh yeah,
Oh, we're gonna get there later.
Okay.
Hold your horses.
So instead of the burger, it's a sausage patty with 4 strips of bacon, cheese, with a little like chipotle mayo, whatever. I don't
That's
know.
nice.
It's Wendy's special sauce. We'll go there.
That's all I need. What's Len? What's Len got?
Len has gone to the A&W. Big
interesting.
fan of the A&W breakfast. I have heard good things. I've had it a couple times.
Dude,
Not bad.
I sat in a car with Len on the way to Huntsville one time, and A&W, boom, through for the breakfast. Didn't have everything. Boom, had to go back through.
Len is very specific. If the order
Oh.
is not right,
You're
and I'll get it.
done.
I'll actually get into that in a little minute.
Yeah.
But if the order is not right,
You're done.
He needs to come back, and he wants to make sure that people are getting it right.
he's a complainer.
He's a good guy. All right, so
Yeah,
you
so
were just
after,
kinda like,
after breakfast,
who cares? It's open season.
I mean, you're good for the day, right?
I'm good
At
for a
that
week.
point, yeah, I know you are. But obviously, you kind of want to get some lunch or dinner, or like we said, after a night of maybe having a couple of pints.
let's separate that out a bit.
Okay.
Because I think we should do like a lunch dinner, right? And then we'll do like a midnight snack.
Okay, so
Nice snack.
that's a good
This is
idea.
your episode,
So
but I just feel like
no,
it works
I
for-
love that structure.
That's good.
I mean, for lunch, I'm going to consider this fast food. Like, I'm going to go Subway.
Hey, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Now, it's interesting that you say Subway. Is there any kind of tie that you might have to Subway by any chance?
I mean, like, kind of, but it's kind of not really like why I'm choosing it.
No,
but
absolutely not. But
yes,
I think it's again due diligence and disclosure to the listeners. They
Does it
should
have
know
anything
this
to do with the
information.
foot long?
Sure.
No, they should know. They should know about this.
I don't know. We'll find out. No, my wife used to work at Subway in
Oh,
university.
the old sandwich artist.
Yes, she was a sandwich artist.
I had some subs made by her. Let's just say
you
she was
go.
finger paint. No Picasso. I'm just kidding. I love you.
I don't know. They were pretty good.
They were really good because it was the only meal I had all day.
Yeah. You
Every
ate
day.
literally just one sub every day.
Yeah, you're not a Mr. Sub person. You are Subway.
Yeah, well, it's because she was there, and maybe she put a little extra cheese on there, free of charge.
Oh yeah,
Double meat, no charge.
a little extra mayo for you.
She kept that for Chris. So for myself, I honestly think I'm single-handedly responsible for the Baconator, the sandwich, because it came in 2007. The Baconator came out. It was a little bit actually later than that. Maybe it might have been 2008.
We were in university.
We
when
were
it
in
came out,
university,
yeah.
and it was here on Church Road. It was just off the way there at the complex, and I went there probably almost daily because at this point your wife wasn't making sandwiches
she was
for
not.
me or you. And they had it. It was a specialty sandwich. The Baconator was not supposed to be part of their main lineup.
That's right.
And because of my contributions of having it so frequently, because it came out for the Grey Cup.
Really?
And it was the CFL Grey Cup at the time. And so
When I think Canadian football, I think Baconator.
dude, I'm telling you, the only reason why that sandwich exists is because I spent a boatload of money on it, and I not only get the double, but I tripled it up before. And so I guess your breakfast food is because of me as well.
Yes.
So you're welcome.
There you go. You're welcome, Brett.
I will get you a breakfast Baconator because you need one of those.
Oh, I do need that.
For myself, a little lunchtime. The old Arby's beef and cheddars.
You are
Let me tell you,
That
it is phenomenal.
I think we got to kick you off the podcast.
No. Also, fun fact at the Arby's yesterday that was at.
Yeah.
Somebody in front of me
Threw up, bro?
No. Ordered a chicken cordon bleu. 5 minutes later, it came out. No chicken.
It's Arby's. It's a beef place.
But I thought they have the meats.
They do have the meats.
Yeah.
And then you get the meat sweats later on.
Yeah,
But
and then
there is
sounds
nothing
awful.
better than an Arby's beef and cheddar. 2 for $9, mix and match. Come on.
I'd say
Quite
there's
literally-
a lot better than that.
Quite literally, we just gave 2 examples of things that are better.
No, you didn't.
What's Len got here?
Well, Len, he's trying to rub it in. Like, I went to Nashville, and Len just got back from Nashville. So he does like that. But speaking of Nashville, Harvey's.
Man, your transitions are
Right?
dog doo-doo.
No, not great today.
Yeah.
But anyway, loves the Harveys.
Yeah.
Have it your way.
Yeah, have it your way. Like, there's like 300 and something creations that you could have with your burger.
I think there's more than that.
Maybe.
Anyways.
I just pulled a random
So
number
if
out.
you go to Harvey's next time, just ask them for the Len style. They'll know completely what you're talking about. I just want a Len style, please.
It's all dressed. Don't worry. The burger's all dressed.
I better be all dressed. Maybe we'll jam these next two in together. So a dinner and a midnight snack type thing. No? Yeah.
Well,
No, go ahead.
mine was like lunch dinner. Like I would have a Baconator. They also did they did a spicy Baconator too
Yeah.
recently. I had that the other day.
Okay.
Oh, the blazing Baconator.
Yeah,
it's good.
It needed to be a little bit hotter, but it was good.
All right. So midnight snack then maybe, and like my guilty pleasure, I would say, is Taco Bell
Now we're talking about disgusting.
Yeah, that is
That's
honestly,
disgusting.
with a fry supreme.
You are disgusting. The only time I've never eaten really Taco Bell. We were in a line in a drive-through one time, and 2 guys came out and absolutely shit themselves because it was just awful. Like they were throwing up. It was terrible, and we like pulled out. We pulled out of the drive-through. Like we're not eating this.
Okay.
But good for you. I'm glad. Hey, colon cleanser, attaboy.
Hey, like I said, guilty pleasure, midnight snack. It's not like I eat it every day. I eat it maybe once a year. So
The colon cleanser.
Yeah.
You need it. Yeah.
If you're backed up.
Reset the bacteria, the gut biome.
Yeah, if you've not had a number 2 in a couple days, just go to Taco Bell. That'll cleanse you right out for sure.
So that's good for you. I'm going to bring this back again. We're talking about all my friends, and I feel like some of these experiences we've all shared together, which is really nice. Chris, do you remember after maybe having a couple beverages late at night, we went to a downtown place in Windsor. We end up, leaving there. I'm hungry.
Yes.
Shawarma.
Oh,
That's
a great call.
Yeah, better than freaking Taco Bell.
Anything is better than Taco Bell.
I would like a fry supreme. No, get out of here. Shawarma. Getting a little shawarma after would be delicious.
Oh, that is delicious.
For me, McDonald's, 2 McDoubles, just like a Big Mac.
Oh, you gotta.
and a junior chicken. And then
Just like a junior chicken.
just like a junior chicken. Just smash them together, the old McGang. Or, I've done this a few times back in my college days.
Oh, no, we don't even know.
No. Because
That's TMI.
the place I frequented, there's a 7-Eleven right beside.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Chicken taquitos.
The taquitos. And you take the taquito over to the cheese vending
Yes.
thing. You put it in
The
three
liquid
taquitos.
cheese.
Yes.
Yeah.
We talked about this before. I'm
it
pretty
was-
sure. Underneath, slam that hot cheese in there.
Talk about another, not McGangbang, but like just keep going.
Just a
Bang, bang.
great time in your mouth.
Oh, God, yes.
Speaking of that,
Speaking of great times in your mouth, what about Len?
no. All right. Well, so again, midnight snack, always McD's. What does that entail, though? Is that like, are we talking ice cream? We're talking about McDoubles? McDoubles. Dressed like Max? No, just straight up. See, this is
Do you throw some bacon on it at least, though?
nothing. Okay, so
the
plain,
OG.
plain McDoubles. Not too bad. Not too bad.
God, I'm hungry now.
Yeah, and I'm sure our listeners are. So let's go to Taco Bell.
Nope.
Bye. All right, that's going to be all for today's episode, and we did not end up going to Taco Bell.
Thank
No,
God.
we didn't. So thank you again for listening. Keep on listening every other Thursdays that Craft Beer Connoisseurs release a new episode, and on our off Thursdays for a producer special.
Make sure to tell your friends, family, and your favorite staff at your favorite fast food restaurant.
you
Because,
go.
you know what? Good job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
It's a tough job.
totally.
So from all of us and our friend, producer,
He is
Len,
our friend, yeah.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Brett.
And I'm Chris, and together we're the Craft Beer Connoisseurs.